Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's 9:30, February 19th, 2022, and what an eventful day again today with this snow squall. You can sort of see it here on the satellite. We had these clouds rolled in, and it was sunny, and then the clouds kind of came in. It was kind of interesting to see. I mean, we had some clouds before it rolled through, but it was pretty impressive. Actually, I think that's not the snow squall. This is right back here. It was really impressive to see, and show you some pictures of what it looked like as it was rolling. And this is what it looked like as it was rolling in Mineola. I went to the new parking garage in Mineola and watched the storm from there and got kicked out. Yeah, you'll see in the video. The security, they don't want anyone in there, watching storms and stuff. But anyway, that's what the sky looked like there. It's the new parking garage in Harrison. You'll see in the video. I have a whole video of it. But yeah, that's what the sky looked like there. And we have some more pictures here of what it looked like as it was coming in. There you go. Sky got dark. It looked pretty amazing. It almost looked like a thunderstorm coming in. It was pretty cool. This is what it looked like while it was hit. You could see it was like really coming down, and the wind was blowing really hard too. When this snow squall was passing through. We're going to look for some observations as well with that. And then later on, we had some really cool-looking clouds. This was in Freeport. I was waiting for the train. And again, the good thing about the Babylon branch is you get a view from the train station. And look, that almost looks like a Peleus cloud right there. Really impressive clouds in the sky there. Absolutely beautiful. And here's another look at the kind of clouds we had. Really, really beautiful looking clouds, though at this point the winds are really howling. And it was not great to be outside. And then, wow, what a sunset. Look at these clouds. This is Virga, actually. That's a snow shower. It's not reaching the ground, but that's what it looked like. After I got to Belmore, I wasn't done yet because the sky was still putting on a show, and we're still getting some pretty amazing pictures. Here's another picture of what we were looking at here. So again, really just beautiful, beautiful skies. And then look at this here. This looks like a snow shower pulling away. So that's really a snow shower off to the southeast. Really impressive, beautiful to see, and really impressive. So looking at the satellite right now, we have fairly clear skies. Do see some clouds up here over the Great Lakes area. I wonder if that's going to impact us tomorrow. We will find out. But first, let's look at some current observations across the area. And you'll see the winds are pretty strong here. 25. All right, so we're looking at islip here. It's 25 degrees. West-northwest wind at 24, gusting to 25. And very cold out there. If the wind chill makes it feel like it's in the single digits. So it's very cold outside. The dew points have dropped to the single digits as well with this Arctic front that has passed through. So let's take a look at some of the observations here. We'll look at islip, and we'll see how islip if we can load these stations. And the site is being very, very slow, unfortunately. So we may not be able to load these sites in. We may have some issues. Let me try one to ground. Which site I may have to use because that site is not working very well. So let's try that. I'll look at some observations here at some of the other stations and show you, or at least we'll show you what Carl Place showed here. So if we look at the weather graph from Carl Place, we're having problems with that site loading things. So 25 in Carl Place. Let's show you you can kind of look at the graphs. You can kind of see when the Arctic front moved through. It went from 41 down to the 30s. This was right around when that snow squall hit. And then it dropped again once the sun set. And you can see these winds gusting as well. So it's kind of interesting to see. And you can see the winds kind of change direction too a little bit as well, looking at that graph. So unfortunately, it does not look like... Let's see if we can... Yeah, this is not working. So what we are going to do is we're going to go to the lows today. Just to look at the lows this morning. Because believe it or not, there was some radiational cooling. And we're going to look at that. I still see some pretty strong wind gusts out there, too. It looked like JFK was gusting to 38. So there you go. It got cold this morning, though. 10 at West Hampton. Looks like 19 at Islip. The city was in the 20s, and lows were around 20 in Jersey there. Looks like 18 at Lakehurst. So yeah, it was pretty chilly this morning. We got the winds did calm down, and we definitely got into that radiational cooling. Still see some wind gusts, a 38 mile an hour wind gust there at JFK. So I'm going to pull up some observations, but we're having problems with this site, so we're going to have to go this way and use this site. So islip 26, northwest wind at 23, gusting to 45. This was as of 8:56 p.m. And looking again at what we have here, you'll see here fairly a good deal of clouds reported at islip, but see the winds going from southwest to west and the snow squall hitting. It's quite impressive here with these wind gusts again. We're seeing and that's why we have a wind advisory. In fact, the winds seem to be getting worse tonight. The latest observation there with a gust to 45. So that's pretty substantial there. You can also look at West Hampton as well. 26, northwest wind to 26, gusting to 36. So this is making the wind chills really just brutal out there. You can see, looks like out east they had a little more sunshine before the clouds rolled in. There was some sunshine again before the clouds rolled in with that front, but the clouds rolled in. There was like a wave of clouds, and then it kind of cleared out again, and then we got into this. And you can see it went from 39 to 30 when that snow hit right there. All right, and the visibility went down to a half a mile. That is what what West Hampton reported. So actually, we have snow squall reports from the Weather Service. So this is pretty cool, actually. This is a new thing. Let's see if we can load it up here and see. I don't see anything here. All right, there are just a few, and all these reports are from upstate. And just listing the some sites got a half an inch. But we didn't really see any snow stick to the ground here on Long Island. But we are dealing with the strong winds, and we have this wind advisory that's going to be in effect till midnight tonight. So let's get to the models here and take a break, because we are going to have a little bit of a break in this crazy weather. High pressure builds in. You can see the squeeze in the isobars, but high builds in. And it moves pretty fast. It already starts moving offshore by tomorrow afternoon. Then we get into the return flow, which means tomorrow night won't be as cold. And by Monday, we'll definitely start recovering in the temperature department. High moves offshore, and then we have to watch this NIC system. And this is where it gets a little unsettled, except we'll have a couple of days which are dry. And then we got to worry about more rain moving into the picture with a low pressure over the Great Lakes Tuesday night into Wednesday. And a high builds in, or tries to build in, but this is the problem. We have another low forming front stalls to the south and another low forming along that front, and this could be a potential winter weather event right here with a low pressure riding along this front and giving us yet more damn snow. This is a ways away. This is Friday, so it's 6 days away, but we're going to have to watch that closely. I'm not going to obsess over it now. But after that, you can see more highs building in. It looks like more Arctic air again as we get into March. Another couple of deep plunges there. That looks like a pretty deep plunge right there. First week into March there. Let me go to the temperature anomaly chart. Yep. We're going to have some more Arctic air. We're going to definitely be dealing with some more Arctic air. Oh, look at that. Yeah, behind that storm. So we got more Arctic air to definitely deal with. We're not done yet, and it looks like we're going to see some more Arctic air in the long range. Look at this. So yeah, we have more Arctic air, and I better find a new jacket because the winter's not done with us. So let's go to the HRRR here and look at the weather for the next day or so here. So high builds over us, then moves offshore. No precipitation, so we're dry pretty much, but we're going to look at the temperatures and show you what's going to happen with that. Actually, show you the dew points first. So we have those northwesterly winds tonight, ushering in that Arctic air, but notice how they turn. Look at that. They turn southwest by tomorrow afternoon. So that will mean tomorrow night won't be as cold, and then that'll set the stage for a warmer day on Monday, which is President's Day with south winds. All right, so go look at the temperatures. Don't go to the GFS yet. We look at the temperatures here. You will see here that after we're probably going to have lows getting down to the teens this morning. No radiational cooling, though. I think the winds stay up, so I don't think we're going to see that. But you see tomorrow, it's going to be tough for it to get above. Probably make the freezing mark, and then temperatures will keep rising as you get into the afternoon. And then maybe they'll drop a little bit in the evening, but not as much. Probably once we hit that freezing mark, we're going to stay there. We're not going to go with those southwest winds. And then for Monday, a much warmer day, much warmer. And a big difference between Long Island. Long Island could be only in the upper 40s, while New Jersey could be around 60. So it could be much warmer in New Jersey versus Long Island with that south wind. So let's go now to the GFS. And we'll show you. We'll take it a little further here as we go with the GFS. So you see what's happening. We're having a war of systems. So here we are with on Tuesday. See, still mild. All right. Very warm on Wednesday. It could be another really warm surge of air ahead of this cold front. Cold front moves through. You can see we're back in the cold air on Thursday, and then the front gets hung up to the south. And you can see this front right here. You can kind of visualize it right here, what could possibly happen with that possible being a winter weather event. And then behind that winter weather event, it's cold again. And if we look at, if we go any further, you'll see that there's more plunges in store Monday, Tuesday, and look at that. As we get into more, oh boy, we could have some more really bitterly cold days coming. So if you don't like the Arctic air, well, I'm sorry. There's more coming. I'm a little tired of it myself, but hey, it is winter. This is normal to have cold weather. What's not normal is to have the warm weather. But if we do look at the snowfall, let's go to the map here. We'll look at the GFS at this storm system. This is the one that we have to watch here that's going to ride along this cold front. Now, if you're in Jersey, you may wind up getting rain, but Long Island might be getting snow, and it could be heavy at times. And if we look at the amount of snowfall that is being generated by this, it's showing actually a lot of snow over Jersey. A foot or more, perhaps. So I guess it would snow before the rain changeover. So this is what the GFS is showing. I don't want more snow. I really don't. It's the one thing I don't want. But let's go to the icon and see what the icon is doing. Or the 18Z only doesn't go out that far. I think the 12Z goes a little further out. So the icon brings the warmer air in, and we don't have to deal with all that snow. All right. So hopefully, it's all dependent on where the storm track is, how big the high is, and a bunch of other things. Now, the icon is not showing what the GFS is showing. Let's take a look at the Canadian. Canadian is a little closer to the GFS, but still not bringing us all that snow. So it seems like it's the GFS that seems to be bringing us the snow, and I would have to look at the European model on the other windy.com site to look at that. But let me go back out to the North American view so we can look at the jet stream and the upper air and all the other stuff, which we'll cover tonight, I guess. Being that all right, I got to get this back onto the GFS here. So you can just see that there are more troughs coming. So we get a little ridging this week, but then you can see that jet stream's like right over us there, and look at how powerful it is. And then you have like another trough coming. Look at that. So you got more troughs. There you go. So that's going to mean more chances for storminess. Though when you look at the jet stream, it doesn't really line up to being a winter weather event. So let's look at this upper air here and see if that sort of lines up. Not really. You can see there's a ridge over us. So thinking something's not lining up, but there are going to be some plunges near, but things aren't lining up with this storm. Don't freak out over it yet. It's 6 days away, and hopefully it will turn out to be a rain event and not snow. So enough with the storm. Let's go and look at the skies, RGM, and we'll look at the skies now. So here we are with the skies. You see, there's that Arctic front coming through. Clearing out tonight, but we may have to watch for this area of cirrus. That might chunk up our skies tomorrow. I was hoping it would be a clear day, but we may be dealing with some of the cirrus around. I don't know where it's coming from. Let me see where it's coming from. Actually, we'll go to the CONUS view. Probably because we have a zonal jet stream. Yeah, that's what's going on. It's being spit out from this next system up here. Somewhat zonal jet stream. That's why the cold air isn't going to stay. It's only going to be with us tomorrow. And then it lifts on out. As far as Monday, looks like it might be a better day, less in the way of cirrus maybe, but it looks like it may not be a clear day after all tomorrow. And that is cirrus, I believe. This doesn't show the cloud levels, But it also shows up on the NAM, I believe, as well. So here's the NAM 3, and you can see a little bit of it showing up there as well. See quite a bit of it right around the middle of the day, which sucks. I thought we were gonna get a clear day tomorrow. And I believe these are high clouds. So if I go high, yeah, they're high. And if I go to mid, yeah, they're mid too, but they're not low. So they're high and mid-level clouds, and sometimes they can be pretty. It depends, but sometimes you get a lot of those damn plane contrails, and you know how much I hate those. So it looks like the clearer day could be Monday, and it'll be warmer that day too. So let's go and look at some other models. We'll go to the windy.com site and we'll look at and the winds should die down later tonight. But this is the windy.com site. You can see the wind gusts here, the wind gusts that we're dealing with now. This is the European, so if we back it off after 3 a.m., you'll see it backs off quite a bit with the wind. All right, so it'll get a lot better. Now let's look at this with the clouds, and see it's showing those high clouds over us. Now, one way to tell what level they're at is we can use a tool here on this site, which I like to use. It shows you the humidity, and then we just go and we look at the 258 layer. All right, this is the 250 layer. All right, it's fairly dry at the 250 layer. Let's go to the 300 layer. Still fairly dry. This is 1 p.m. Okay, it's not too bad. I think it's going to be above that. Yeah, it's going to be above that. It's going to be like the 400. So this might be more of a mid-level thing. It all depends. If the plane's flying above that, then you won't have so many contrails. You'll just have cirrus in the sky, which is not bad. But if the moisture is where the planes are flying, you're going to have those ugly freaking contrails that I hate. So I'll have to see what happens. So it could yeah. Either way, it's not going to be a clear day. You're going to have some clouds around tomorrow. Monday might be a clearer day. Let's look at Monday. We still see some moisture. So yeah, we still see some moisture. So it's possible that neither day will be clear, which kind of sucks. But we'll see. If we can get some pretty clouds and no contrails, it's not so much of a big deal. But let's go look at let's go to cloud. Actually, let's go to precipitation. So we can look and see this next system here. Let's see what the European is showing with this. Now, the European looks like it's very... Oh, there it is. All right. So it looks like it has some icing to start. This is the Friday system now. And then it gets above freezing, and it would be rain. It looks like it would change it to rain. We can go to the snow. Let's see, new snow. This would be the European snow forecast. I have to go out to 10 days, and it's not really showing too much. So it's mainly the GFS that seems to be kind of hammering away at this system for your Friday. We'll have to see. It's a ways away. But as far as the sky goes, well, we'll see what happens. But all you got to do is look at the satellite, and you see these clouds here coming in. So I'll have to see what happens if we do get a clear day. But it will be cold tomorrow, so hopefully one of those 2 days I can get back to the place I love. But that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.